So Brandon Lee did become very obvious at the end of his life, and he would talk to his then fiancee Eliza about the star goings on, like the otherworldly experiences that he was having. He started talking to her about it. He said, "If you ever had the experience of being zapped by Big Tom, the his name's the big Lyran, that's a lot of our fathers, lots of our father, a lots of us father. um, his name's and he's like his ship is always beneath the Big Dipper, and he can shoot out like a it's how he connects to his kids throughout space and time, and it's nothing to be scared of. Newer Lyran family. He shoots out a laser from his ship and it goes into your head and then it electrocutes you basically because you're a reptilian. And okay, I guess probably Ryan was probably used to being a Lyran, but other and different people are used to being different star seeds. But when he zaps you, it's like your initiation into the folds of heaven, and it starts the initiation process of where you can become real, and it makes you naturally occurring. It's the naturally occurring thing I always talk about. Yeah, so it shoots you up the timeline. It shoots you up the food chain. So anyway, that happened to me too, and that happened to Brandon, and he was like talking to his fiance about it, and he was like, "This star man is trying to kill me," or something like that. Um, so he did become obvious sort of towards the end of his life, and that's quite normal. So this video is about Antarctica, but I just wanted to bring that up. Maybe that's going to happen to Mike or something soon. Again, it's normal and I've been through it, so. So, Antarctica. Oh, I was going to draw it, but you guys really want me to do a video on Antarctica. Antarctica is where a lot of us live. It's the gateway to the upper realms and a portal into the inner realms or the lower dimensions of space and time. And it's a bridge also to sleepy 3D reality, which we will still be allowed to play in, because some of us like want to like continue with our families and stuff like that, and you're not going to be taken away from your families. Or if you want to have a family, you're still allowed to have a family and stuff while I rule the galaxy. I don't think that I will have a normal human incarnation. It's not something that really interests me at this time. But for the more like Earth Alliance ones, some of them want to have a sleepy Earth life as well as being able to go up and down the food chain. And um, we're going to be able to do that. So, so Okay, Antarctica is obviously where Antarctica is. The Earth is upside down, so Antarctica is actually at the top, and then at the top is like, basically like that, with my castle right at the top, and there's like a blossom, like a lotus blossom at the top, where like where Antarctica blooms. And I did hear on the loudspeaker this morning that the polar ice caps are melting at like record number. So I think they're going to announce it like on like a science page or whatever soon. They wanted me to announce it first that the polar ice caps are melting. So I'm announcing it. And then so it's like the castle, and then it's like the castle chambers. That's mainly where I live. I kind of want to say it's set up like the ivory tower, where it's like when everything's groovy and stuff, I'm down there. But like when things get kind of sketchy and shady, I kind of go up to like that ivory tower part where it's just like me in my bed. And then there's Antarctica City, where a lot of people live, and I go into Antarctica City. So for some reason, it's like the castle. I don't like, I would think like the city would like kind of go like around it like that, or like around it in a circle. But I see it in my head as like the castle. If you're looking at Antarctica City, I see it as the castle on the right and the city on the left. So that's just what I see, and I've been there, and that's like what I've experienced. And that's where Aaron lives, in Antarctica City, and a lot of my friends live in Antarctica City. And it's just like a great city with like high vibes. And Aaron is my husband in the city. And then in the castle, I have Hayden, and then I have, right now it's Tim and Ezra, but who knows what's going to happen to Tim. And that's it for the castle. And then there's like some of my wives in the kitchen, and that's pretty much it. Well, in the guards too. The guards are in the castle too. And I would assume that's where the temple is too, Gigi's temple and Kim's temple, but I don't know for sure because I haven't seen it in person. And then underneath, there's a portal, Antarctica City, there's a portal to Inner Earth. And my friends, I already said that, Steve. My friends live in Antarctica City too, and I've seen some of them up there. And then underneath Antarctica City is also called Antarctica City, but it's like Inner Earth Antarctica City. And that's a military compound that's basically controls the military. And there are spaceships that I was there last night, and there's a common area there too. I think the shifters call that a waiting room, but it's more like a common area, and it's more like a cafeteria. Like people eat there, people gather there, and it's just like a common area where like a lot of people can hang out in. So let me back up first. So this started with Future Earth. So Future Earth is and was very established, an extremely established place to live. 5D Future Earth, and that's where most of my inner court lived for a really long time. And that's where I live at will, and everything is free for me, is 5D. And I'm not like, they don't call me the princess there, they don't worship me. I just live at will, and everything is for free for me there, and it's 5D Future Earth. And I started complaining to Future Earth 5D that things down here were not working the same way. In 5D, I'm not living at will down here in planet Earth, and people aren't treating me kindly, and I don't just do whatever I want. People always put up a fight. People are always fighting me, blah blah blah. And so 5D Future Earth had has the same thing, has like my chambers where I live with my inner court in 5D, and I decide who comes in and who goes out of that area. And then um, so I started complaining to them, and then they started acting like really, they were like, we'll come down and help you, we'll come down and help you. And that sort of caused like a domino effect in 5D, and 5D started acting very weird. Future Earth started acting very weird. And basically like my chambers closed down, then like I want to say like my husband's and wives' chambers closed down, so that's like all of where they live. And then I went downstairs into where my Future Earth friends live. I gave them a very nice place to live in Future Earth because I love my friends and I want to take care of people. They're not allowed in the Queen's chambers, but they have like a very nice life in Future Earth. And it's not Antarctica City. There's no technology there. It's just sort of living at will. It's Alyssa living at will. I'm not going to say hedonistic or whatever because I'm the fucking one molecule. Know who the fuck you're talking to. Okay, when you call my lifestyle hedonistic or something, whatever. It's the one molecule living at will. So, and then I went downstairs to where the friends group lives, and there they started acting weird too. Like they were like, why are you taking our food for free? And I was like, what do you mean, why am I taking your food for free? What are you even saying that to me for? And I was like, wow, this is really weird. And then there was a common area in Future Earth, and that's where Alex picked me up. And Alex started carrying me around. Alex Mazzone, he started carrying me around or whatever, and that's where he lived. He lived in the common area in 5D. That's also very weird. That's where Chris Evans lived, in the common area friend zone of 5D. That's also not where Chris Evans is supposed to live. So everything started getting like fucked up. And because of that, Adam Janello also lived in 5D, Future Earth. So because I complained to the future, this was the turn of events. They started shutting it down, and then they finally shut down like the Friends area, common area in 5D Future Earth, and then that was completely shut down. Then we moved to Technology City, Antarctica City, and we did a bunch of things there. I think I recorded stuff about that. We took care of Shatara there, and I gave myself teeth pullings. I pulled all my teeth out like 3 or 4 times to give myself new teeth, organic teeth. And I started my back surgery there. My back surgery, I think, is on hold there because I think Kim Kardashian is supposed to do my back surgery in her temple. So we'll see if she can do it or not. And then in Antarctica City is where we eat. And I ate with Aaron, and eating and lovemaking feel both like ecstatic bliss when it's the right future vibes. And it felt like that with Aaron. And then, so that's all surface level Antarctica City. And that is the portal to upstairs. Okay. That's what Gigi's saying. She wants me to go into detail about why I would sit up there in my bed alone, and like that I think I said that. That's the portal to the upper realms. So you would kind of know that the upper room would be the portal to the upper realms and be protected by the upper realms with the, you know. So anyway, so then there's a portal downstairs too, and that's where I went last night. And the portal downstairs is a military group. I was in the common area first with Bucky and his wife, or his girlfriend, whatever. And it was like a very weird conversation. They were both being weird to me. And then technology stuff happened. I don't, I think I went back into the dream and nobody was there. It was just me. And I was like at a mirror and I was sort of like playing dress up with myself and like all these like cool different like avant-garde clothes. And then there was um, the mirror was like changing and it was like getting smaller and then getting bigger, and then there was two of them, there's three of them, and I was like, oh cool, let me play with these. And I pulled one open and I was like, oh, that looks like Antarctica, and I pulled it open really big, and then I pierced it with my finger and it was sort of like plastic wrap. And I had the thought like, can I walk through mirrors? Like, is this even possible? And I pierced it and then I opened it and then I went through the portal into lower Antarctica. Um, God, Gigi. So annoying. I just explained it before I said why there's a room there. I said there's a bridge, and I've already said when you're on a plane that the air is less dense and you get more downloads and stuff like that. I've already said this stuff, Gigi. So then I went through this portal, and it kind of looks like Arizona. And who met me, greeted me like at the gate or whatever, was Scarlett, Chris Evans, and Bucky. And there's like a launch site for spacecraft, like advanced technology spacecraft, but there wasn't more technology than that down the stairs, and that was getting on my nerves. And I had like Scarlett show me around. I don't know where Bucky and Cap went, and I had Scarlett show me around, and then yes, then what happened? She was just like showing me around. Oh, and they asked who she brought with her, and she's like, "This is the Antichrist." And then we did a ritual to help clear out that dimension quicker. And what else? I think that's it. That's all that happened there. But just like the coloring was very different than Antarctica. It's like very like earthy colors, very much like military colors. It's like the sky and the the ground and like just the landscape coloring was all very like military colors, like like that dusky purple and that tan color, and like a khaki green. That was like the colors. It was all like those types of colors, and it wasn't like really like a sun. I don't know if I was there at night or what, but it wasn't like a perfect sun or anything. But anyway, so those are the levels of Antarctica that I've been to so far. And I think like Antarctica is like pretty much like my favorite place because I just can't like stop like talking about it, thinking about it. I think it might be like my absolutely favorite place in the whole wide galaxy. So, yeah, that's I think that's it.